These perfectly slim and athletic monks eat at least 3,500 calories every single day from the holy offerings they receive, and still look like this despite never going to the gym and spending most of their days sitting down in meditation. Now, top scientists from Stanford have finally discovered the secret of their toned and sculpted bodies, something medical experts call the fat cell vaporization trick, which could help millions of people lose stubborn fat that hasn't budged no matter how much dieting or exercise they try. If you're struggling to lose weight and absolutely nothing you try works out, then you can learn how to use this trick today. And all you need is a comfortable couch and a few seconds of your time to burn off decades of fat from your belly, thighs, arms, face, and back without having to go on some torture diet or exhausting yourself in the gym all day. The best part, this mind-blowingly easy method is now scientifically backed by stunning research from top universities like Harvard and MIT, and has already helped over 107,200 men and women dissolve all their stubborn body fat in as little as 7 seconds a day without giving up the food they love or making any major lifestyle changes. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you undeniable proof that the same secret can help you get the slim, fit body you've been trying to uncover for years, faster and easier than you ever thought possible. Imagine how freeing it's going to feel to be able to slip into anything you choose to wear, from those skinny jeans to the little black dress to that daring two-piece bikini, knowing you look amazing because you've already used this fat cell vaporization trick to dissolve stubborn fat from your most troubled areas, turning that bulging belly into a perfectly flat waistline, toning up your arms and thighs, and carrying yourself with that sexy confidence that leaves all your friends and family envious. So if you're sick of all the frustrating fad diets, if you're tired of exhausting workout programs that continue to let you down, and you want a real solution to erasing your stubborn fat, then make sure you keep watching this video. Because I've seen the results it's delivered for my 56-year-old wife, Amanda. Amanda tried every diet, exercise program, or fancy new weight loss pill imaginable. Yet she still struggled with her weight for years. But once she used this simple secret, within just 24 days, she dissolved over 17 pounds of stubborn fat. Then, in the weeks that followed, she dropped an additional 36 pounds to regain the slim, fit body she had all the way back in college. The body she had before giving birth to any of our 3 lovely children. The best part is there's only one thing she did differently. She started using this secret 7-second fat cell vaporization trick recovered from the sacred Sangha monks of Myanmar, who live off the coast of Southeast Asia. And what's exciting is this little trick has nothing to do with any restrictive diets or exercise programs or anything like that, because even though these monks have the lean toned bodies of Olympic gymnasts, they don't ever go to the gym. In fact, they spend the majority of their days sitting around, barely even moving. And they're known for eating lots of fried foods and drinking sweet teas that are loaded with calories. And yet none of these monks are overweight because of mastering this one simple fat cell vaporization trick. The monks of Myanmar effortlessly expel their unwanted body fat all day long without dieting or exercising. The best part is anyone can use this same simple 7-second trick to start melting your most stubborn fat almost immediately without giving up the delicious foods you love. Because in addition to helping my wife Amanda melt 53 pounds, this very same 7-second method has already helped over 107,200 women and men make incredible life-changing transformations, shedding their most stubborn fat in just a few short weeks. Just ask Elisa, a retired school teacher from Maine, who said,
I struggled with my weight for the last 20 years. Diets like keto, paleo, and Atkins had all promised a slimmer me, but they only ever made me feel deprived and disappointed. I struggled with my stubborn fat, feeling powerless, till I found your fat cell vaporization trick. It didn't just vaporize my fat, but it also erased my insecurities. I forgot how good it felt to be able to shop for clothes, knowing that they'd actually fit.
Janice from Phoenix, Arizona shared,
My weight, it made me huff and puff, and I actually felt too self-conscious to take my grandkids to the park. Then I found your video. I was skeptical, but I gave it a try, and I lost an incredible 45 pounds in just 3 months. Now, not only do I play with my grandkids, but I actually chase them around. All their friends say they wish they had a young and fun grandma like me.
And Emma, piano teacher from Portland, Oregon, who revealed,
I wanted to cry every time I saw my reflection in the piano slid. I tried every fad diet out there, but nothing ever lasted. Then I discovered your unusual method. I lost a whopping 23 pounds in the first month alone. Now, instead of seeing a fat woman, I see a toned and confident, ready to take the stage and inspire her students.
This fat-burning ritual coming from the monks of Myanmar literally changed the lives of all these women. And by the end of this free video presentation, it's going to help you break free from the prison of insecurities that your stubborn fat has kept you in for years, so you can start vaporizing your most stubborn pounds without even breaking a sweat. Imagine never having to cover up any of your embarrassing trouble areas ever again, because those areas no longer exist. Your bulging belly transformed into a flat, trim waistline, your legs and thighs lean and shapely as if you were born to wear skinny jeans, your arms tight and toned, begging to be shown off in a strapless dress. You'll never have to face any more judgmental stares, because you know that every time you catch someone glancing in your direction, it's because they're thinking, damn, she looks amazing, a desirable goddess to the man in your life and the envy of all your friends. You will be begging to know your secret. This is going to become your new reality, all because of this 7-second fat vaporization trick that helps you eliminate your body's stubborn fat in the way it's designed to, quickly, easily, and effortlessly. Hi, my name is Daniel Logan. I'm not a doctor. I'm not some nutritionist or personal trainer either. For the last 35 years, I've worked as a budget analyst for a global manufacturing company. I never thought I'd be talking about or even believing in any weight loss shortcuts. But this isn't about me. The reason why I'm making this video is because of my wife, Amanda. Because after seeing the pain and sadness she faced for years, while engaged in a non-stop tug of war with her weight, there was nothing I wouldn't do to help her. You see, Amanda's a wonderful woman. She's 56, a loving mother to our 3 kids and our young granddaughter, and someone who's always been there for me. But for the last 25 years, she's really struggled with weight issues. It started with a little yo-yoing in her 30s, but once she hit her 40s, the weight started piling on faster and faster. By the time her 50th birthday came around, Amanda found herself over 70 pounds above her normal weight. She used to be the super mom who was always out biking or rollerblading, but then she couldn't even climb up a flight of stairs without feeling out of breath. So it felt like her identity had been stolen from her. Every time she looked at family photos, her eyes welled up with tears as she zoomed in on what she called her disgusting fat rolls. And she constantly covered her body in loose sweats instead of the dresses she used to love to wear. But while Amanda was always beautiful to me at any size, no matter what she was wearing, her confidence hit such a low, and she felt so undesired and unattractive, she went from being super affectionate to not even wanting to be touched anymore. And that's the thing about weight struggles, isn't it? It becomes so isolating, as if the larger you get, the smaller and more lonely the world around you starts to feel. Everywhere Amanda went, all she could think about was people mocking her for her weight. Every look, every whisper, she interpreted as judgment, and it gnawed at her self-esteem like a pack of hungry sewer rats. Amanda felt powerless in her own body. She tried all the fad diets, keto, paleo, Atkins, you name it, but nothing ever worked for more than a month or so. And each cheat meal and every glass of wine sent her spiraling into guilt and self-loathing. She tried working the pounds off, jogging, lifting weights, buying a Peloton. She even hired a personal trainer. But the constant exhaustion, the feeling of being judged at the gym, the stress on her joints, all of it just added to her torment. And still, the scale never even flinched. Fat burners, metabolism boosters, appetite suppressants, every failed attempt chipped away at her hope, and she started feeling more and more desperate. Each night at dinner, she'd start talking about liposuction, lap band surgery, and she was even thinking of spending all her money on Ozempic, the prescription medicine that can bring on some of the nastiest side effects, such as nausea, severe abdominal pain, or very loose skin. At one point, she even brought up getting her fat cells frozen off. I knew her frustrations were very real, and sadly, things were about to get much worse. There was one crushing blow still to come, an incident that shattered whatever was left of Amanda's fragile self-esteem into a million tiny pieces. She just finished work on a Friday afternoon and was ready to head home for the weekend. But because her office was up on the 16th floor, it meant taking the elevator. And on this day, the elevator became especially crowded. It was stopped at every floor, and the few people that would hurry in would shoot Amanda a resentful look, like they blamed her for taking up too much space. So Amanda just closed her eyes, begging for the elevator to reach the ground floor quicker, but instead the elevator came to a screeching halt. Amanda felt her heart drop. There she was, trapped in a small box, body to body with people who clearly would have preferred she wasn't there. And while obviously Amanda's weight wasn't the reason for the malfunction, she felt like every moan and groan was directed at her. And then after a long sigh, the chief of the financial department, who was in the elevator, said, "Some people would be better off taking the stairs." Amanda was mortified. She was the only large person in that elevator. Now all the attention was on her. Nobody made a sound, everyone looked away from her, but that was even more telling of a reaction. And in the awkward, pressing silence, all Amanda's past insecurities rose to the surface. Every failed diet, every snide comment. This broken elevator was like being stuck in her own personal hell. 7 minutes that felt like forever. When the elevator finally moved and reached the ground floor, Amanda hurried out first, and as soon as she made it through the front door, she burst into tears. All the pain, the shame, she couldn't hold on to it any longer. She felt low, humiliated, and so alone. She was broken, and as her husband, seeing her in such a state, it made me furious. And as I stared into the tear-streaked face of my beautiful wife, Amanda, at that moment, I made her a promise that would change our lives forever. I promised her that fixing her weight struggles would become my #1 mission in life. The only problem was, the timing of this situation couldn't have possibly been any worse, because 72 hours after this elevator incident, I had to take a work trip over 8,000 miles away to the small Asian country of Myanmar. But I assured Amanda that as soon as I got back, we were going to fix her weight loss struggles. What I didn't know then was that this trip was a blessing in disguise, because this horribly timed work trip is what led me to discover the 7-second fat cell vaporization trick that would end the weight loss struggles of my wife Amanda and over 107,200 other men and women. This breakthrough happened in the most unexpected place, because one of our company's factories was located just a few miles from a monastery where the Sangha monks practiced. So one day, after finishing up an audit, I decided to check out the monastery. When I arrived, I was in awe of the breathtaking surroundings. It was a humble, serene place nestled at the foot of a lush green mountain. The monks were draped in maroon and pink robes, their heads shaved, and they spent their time praying, reading, and sitting around for hours. But the thing that struck me, that truly caught my eye, wasn't their strange daily rituals. It was their bodies. I'm talking about a large group of men and women, all different ages, all different heights, but there was one common thread. All of these monks were lean and muscular. They all had strong, fit, toned bodies. Not a single monk was overweight, not one. And you'd probably think this was because of their diet. After all, we don't usually picture monks as being big eaters. But in just the few hours I was there, I was shocked at the kind of food I saw them devouring. Mountains of rice covered in rich, sticky sauce, an assortment of golden, deep-fried dishes that were soaked in oil and bread, hearty soups packed with meat and melted cheese, and a sweet tea that was loaded with more sugar than in drinks you might find at McDonald's. These were foods that anyone would label as unhealthy. Yet these monks indulged without a care in the world. In fact, due to tradition, the Sangha monks are obligated to eat any of the meals they're presented with, anything that's gifted to them. And there was no portion control here. Even the nuns were consuming thousands of calories per meal, yet not a single bulging belly among them. And it's not like they were exercising either. There were no gyms in the area, no dumbbells in sight, no exercise mats, just a whole lot of sitting and eating. Yet their physiques looked like they were top athletes. It just didn't make any sense to me. How was this possible? Was there something here that could help Amanda? Could the secrets to effortless, near automatic fat loss be hidden in this humble Myanmar monastery? I felt a flicker of hope light up inside of me. It sounded crazy, but I couldn't ignore the feeling that I'd stumbled onto something truly life-changing. Once I got back home, it was all I could think about. I spent countless nights poring over articles, research papers, even forum discussions. Then one late night, I stumbled upon a news story. It was a personal account from an American health reporter who'd spent months living among the Myanmar monks, the same group I visited. And in this article was the answer I was looking for, a simple explanation as to why these monks are able to effortlessly stay slim, trim, and healthy. The reason behind their incredibly toned bodies had nothing to do with their diet, their exercise routine, or anything like that. Instead, the secret was in their strange way these monks breathe, and how a simple trick they used allows them to effortlessly stay thin and lean throughout the year, no matter how much they overeat. As the article explained, these monks practice very specific intense breathing exercises for most of the day. By coordinating their breathing in a specific cadence, these monks are able to trigger a process called metabolic respiration, where your stubborn fat is actually vaporized and exhaled out of your body through your lungs. I know it sounds crazy, but as the article pointed out, this strange phenomenon of breathing out fat isn't just unfounded theory, it's a verified scientific fact. For example, An extensive study published in the prestigious British Medical Journal clearly showed that over 84% of the fat we lose actually comes out through our breath. That means we eliminate over 5 times more fat through our breathing than we do through sweat, diet, exercise, and bowel movements combined. Which is exactly why metabolic respiration could be life-changing for you today. Actually, breathing is the preferred way for our body to get rid of stubborn fat. And that's why many of the most elite US universities with the most advanced biomedical research teams on the planet are already regularly conducting extensive cutting-edge studies, all based on this idea of metabolic respiration. These scientists are literally analyzing people's breath to measure how much stubborn fat they're able to breathe out. This testing is happening every day at universities like Harvard and Stanford and MIT. Simply put, the smartest medical minds available are dedicating their lives to studying this process of metabolic respiration, because all of the scientific evidence shows metabolic respiration is the future of fat loss. And it's the key to getting the slim, fit body you want without having to worry about diet or exercise. Of course, the mainstream media won't tell you about this since it's so controlled by big pharma and bribed by weight loss gurus who just love to keep you hooked on their useless, toxic yo-yo drugs, cleansers, or fitness and diet programs. When I understood all this, my mind exploded. I mean, getting rid of stubborn body fat just by breathing, it sounds almost too good to be true. But on the other hand, after visiting this monastery in person, seeing how these male and female monks had such lean, toned, incredibly fit bodies, this metabolic respiration theory actually made sense. And now we had top researcher centers like Harvard, Stanford, and MIT truly legitimizing the idea. So if there was any chance that this ability to breathe out fat could solve my wife Amanda's weight struggles and give her back the happiness and the confidence that she deserves to walk through life with, then I had to keep investigating and find a way to actually leverage this phenomena of metabolic respiration. Because it's one thing to know that it's possible to breathe out fat, but how do you actually do it? Day after day, I spent hours on the internet, trolling through medical databases, obscure blogs, and even social media groups. Then, just as I was about to lose hope, I stumbled upon something very interesting. It was an independent weight loss study published in a small, obscure medical journal by someone named Dr. Charles Wilson. And what made this study particularly interesting was that Dr. Wilson wasn't your typical dietitian or nutritionist. In fact, he spent decades specializing in the treatment of the lungs. And this research study he published was all built around the idea of metabolic respiration. To be specific, the study was a summary of the results Dr. Wilson claimed to achieve over the last few years, where he helped his private clients lose significant amounts of weight by increasing their rate of metabolic respiration. These results were beyond anything I've ever seen before. Out of 64 clients who had worked with Dr. Wilson for a period of 12 weeks, 61 of those clients actually lost weight. That is a 95.3% success rate. And we're talking about substantial weight loss, with those clients losing as much as 68 pounds. The average weight loss of these patients came out to 32.4 pounds over the 4 months. Obviously, this was pretty incredible to see. So my immediate reaction was to Google Dr. Wilson and see what other studies of his I could find. But the search came up empty. Other than the one fascinating medical study, it was like someone had wiped Dr. Wilson off the internet. This medical renegade was basically a ghost. However, I just knew I had to get in touch with him. I mean, these metabolic respiration secrets could help my wife Amanda shed those pounds she's been desperate to lose. But like I said, this guy was hard to find. He didn't have a website, and apparently he had been banned from most social media sites because of his repeated attacks against the $76 billion diet industry. But luckily, when I went back to that one study from Dr. Wilson that I was able to find, I noticed it had an email address attached to it. I had no idea if that was a real email address or if he would ever read my email, but it was my only shot. So I sat down at my keyboard and poured my heart out. I told Dr. Wilson about Amanda, my trip to Myanmar, all the articles and medical journals I dug through, then hit send, hoping for the best. I spent the next 10 days furiously refreshing my email, hoping for a response from Dr. Wilson, but didn't hear a peep. Then one day, out of the blue, right as I was about to give up all hope, I received a phone call from a strange area code, and on the other line was Dr. Wilson. He asked me if I could make it to his office this Friday at 3 p.m. He told me he could help me, but I wanted to know his secrets and I had to meet him in person as he didn't do any phone consultations or video chats. Nothing that could be recorded. So I nervously scribbled down his address. Truthfully, it didn't matter where he was located. I would have crawled through hell to help my wife Amanda. But as it turned out, Dr. Wilson's office was just a 2-hour flight away. That Friday, I walked into his office overly excited about 30 minutes early. After the receptionist let me into his meeting room, Dr. Wilson greeted me with a calm smile and invited me to sit down. He walked me through that study from the British Medical Journal, which showed that 84% of the fat we lose actually comes out through our breath. But more importantly, he explained how it works. He told me, think of it like burning a log in a fireplace. The log is your fat, and as it burns, it turns into smoke and ash. The smoke is the carbon dioxide fat that you breathe out. The more of this carbon dioxide fat you're able to breathe out, the faster you lose weight. He explained that's why top researcher centers like Stanford, Harvard, and Johns Hopkins University measure the carbon dioxide levels in the breath of patients who are struggling to lose weight, because those levels tell them everything they need to know. Instead of being interested in old school measurements like calorie intake or exercise routines, they looked into how well their lungs were functioning and how well they were able to breathe. Then he got a bit fired up when he explained why diet and exercise are mostly a waste of time. He said 92% of the weight you lose through exercise doesn't come from the physical effort. It comes from the changes in your breathing. That's what really drives the results. I brought up the monks of Myanmar, but Dr. Wilson already knew what I was going to say. He continued, the monks don't need to exercise because they simulate the valuable fat exhaling effects of exercise through their breathing. They breathe out fat all day long. And then I got the bad news, because when I was asked if we could lose weight by mimicking the breathing patterns of these monks, Dr. Wilson told me it wasn't that simple. It took these monks decades to master this process, and it wouldn't be so simple for Amanda. But there must be another way, I pressed. There must be something we can do to boost this metabolic respiration without having to practice breathing exercises for hours a day. That's when Dr. Wilson explained the metabolism myth. He said that the people who stay effortlessly slim without worrying about what they eat are just naturally efficient at driving more oxygen into their cells. And because their cells process more oxygen, they're able to breathe out more carbon dioxide, and along with it, more fat. It's an attribute they're born with, like being tall or having green eyes. But people like Amanda have a harder time getting oxygen into their cells. And because of this lack of cellular oxygen, their bodies are slower at turning their stubborn fat into carbon dioxide fat. So even if they diet or exercise, the fat ends up getting stuck around their bellies, hips, thighs, and other troubled areas, instead of being breathed out of their bodies, because there isn't enough oxygen to help get rid of that fat. But the good news is, as long as we're able to increase the amount of oxygen our cells take in, then we're able to skyrocket the amount of fat we breathe out, which means that literally anybody can unlock the same super fast metabolism of these natural fat breathers. So you're saying there's a solution that could help my wife? I asked eagerly. Dr. Wilson nodded and went on to tell me about a specific group of what he called respiratory super compounds. These compounds have the unique ability to open up the airways and drive more oxygen into your cells, so you can release more carbon dioxide fat than ever before. Essentially, these compounds provide a shortcut to activate metabolic respiration in your body. He quickly mentioned these aren't your usual nutrients. They're not your everyday vitamins or minerals, but these super compounds are amazing at driving oxygen. They're like a secret weapon, and the secret weapon allows you to kickstart your body's metabolic respiration in just 7 seconds per day. To be honest, when I heard just 7 seconds per day, I couldn't help but be skeptical. Seeing the disbelief on my face, the doctor started explaining the first ingredient, which was something called onkaluabo extract. He called it the African superoxygenator. This plant has been used for thousands of years among African tribes. It has an amazing ability to oxygenate our blood and drive this oxygen into our cells, and is part of the reason why so many African tribal people are known for having such incredible lean bodies and developing amazing lung capacity that makes them great at running marathons, which is why it's no surprise that this ingredient has been shown to increase weight loss by 72%. Then he moved on to the next super compound, an incredible healing flower called coltsfoot extract. He started explaining its rich history, like how in 18th century France, an image of the coltsfoot flower was used as the symbol of every well-respected medical shop because of its incredible medicinal properties. He explained that Cornish tin miners used to smoke coltsfoot to guard against lung diseases. Then most importantly explained why it's so crucial for anyone who wants to get rid of their stubborn fat. First of all, it reduces body inflammation, especially the inflammation in fat cells and fat tissues. As you might know, inflammation leads to higher glucose levels and fat accumulations, which lead to blood sugar imbalances. As a consequence, more weight gain. However, cold split prevents all that by clearing the inflammation in the adipose tissue and stopping weight gain. It's no wonder it has already been successfully used in clinical trials to treat obesity and address type 2 diabetes. On top of that, cold split plays a crucial role in metabolic respiration as it enhances the effectiveness of the first super compound, the caloabo. Once caloabo starts driving more oxygen into your cells, cold split works to open the respiratory pathways even more. So you can turn more oxygen into even more carbon dioxide and breathe out the maximum amount of fat each day. And talking about breathing out the maximum amount of fat, the third super compound he shared left me even more dumbfounded. It's called ivy extract. And even though it's been used for centuries, when it comes to it being properly used for driving clean, pure oxygen into your cells and breathing out stubborn fat, it is as cutting edge as it gets. In fact, the space agency NASA called ivy extract one of the 10 most powerful air purifying compounds on the planet. And when it comes to fat loss, it plays an even more vital role because ivy extract has the unique ability to activate what the doctors call the beta-2 adrenergic signaling system of the body, which means it relaxes the lung muscles and dilates the airways so you can deeply breathe in cleansing oxygen, burn 3 times more calories, and quickly let go of old hardened fat. This also improves your skin's blood flow, resulting in a more toned, firm skin and glowing complexion, and improves your overall blood flow for more energy. Then as I sat there in amazement at all these discoveries, Dr. Wilson revealed the final ingredient in his formula, a unique enzyme called serratiopeptidase, often nicknamed the total oxygenation enzyme. It was discovered by Japanese scientists in the 1960s, and soon after, European researchers declared it one of the most effective enzymes at reducing inflammatory fat and sending purifying oxygen to every single cell in the body, converting calories into carbon dioxide fat, and then squeezing all this fat out of every part of your body with each and every exhale, 24/7. And the outstanding benefits of this total oxygenation enzyme do not stop here. It helps break down proteins into smaller molecules. This means that not only your food is digested faster and you get that much needed energy sooner, but that you also feel fuller, faster, and for longer. It can even act as a potent diuretic, helping you manage water retention. Plus it reduces stress and balances hormones while relieving acute pain. In turn, this means a way more relaxed body that instead of storing fat in order to cope with all the stress and pains, actually uses this fat for energy. Now that I understood the full formula, I was able to truly appreciate the genius of it all, of how well these super compounds work together with the opening of the airways, the delivery of oxygen, the burning of carbon dioxide fat. It was all so perfect. These super compounds were like a team, each playing their own vital role to achieve a common goal, kickstarting metabolic respiration in just 7 seconds per day. Then Dr. Wilson did something unexpected. He actually offered this formula to me. "Daniel, I'd like you to take this," he said, handing me the bottle. He told me that the chews contained a perfect blend of caloabo, cold split, ivy extract, and serratiopeptidase, and that it was the same blends he used privately with those 64 patients I read about in his study. The same patients who lost an average of 32.4 pounds in the 12 weeks they worked with him. "I'd like Amanda to try this," he continued. "Tell her to take it daily and to make sure she doesn't miss a day. You see, consistency is key here. She should start seeing results almost immediately, but it's important she continues taking it for an extended period." I was touched by Dr. Wilson's generosity and his passion for this discovery. Still, part of me was skeptical. I'd seen Amanda's hope dashed too many times before. When I told Amanda about the chews, I saw her face brighten for the first time in weeks. She agreed to try it out, reminding me that she had nothing to lose. "I'll do it, Daniel," she said with determination. For us, I felt a glimmer of hope, but also nervousness. Was this actually going to work? Amanda took the special capsule each day. She breathed a bit easier and moved a bit more, but that was it. The numbers on the scale stayed the same. Our hearts sank a little more each day. We almost gave up. But on the 10th day, something amazing happened. Amanda stepped onto the scale. For the first time, the number had gone down. It wasn't a big change, but it was something. Her eyes grew wide. She was losing weight from that day on, and it was like her metabolic respiration had kicked in for the first time in decades. Each day, Amanda lost more weight. She was dropping pounds faster than ever before, 17 pounds in 24 days to be exact, and with every day, she became more energetic and happier. The Amanda I fell in love with was back. Her smile was brighter, her laugh louder. She was excited about life again. Every day she seemed even more gorgeous. And all of this was because of Dr. Wilson's secret formula. One day I picked up the phone and dialed Dr. Wilson's number. Dr. Wilson, I said, this stuff is amazing. Amanda has dropped 17 pounds, but the bottle's almost empty. We need more. Can you help us? Then an idea popped into my head. And you know what? I said, everyone needs to know about this. It's a life changer. Can we let other people try it too? Dr. Wilson paused. Daniel, he said, I've been trying, but I don't have the time or the cash to take this public. It's a big job. That's when I had another idea. Doc, I can help. I've been working in the manufacturing industry for 35 years. I know people. We can do this together. Dr. Wilson agreed. We knew it would be hard, but we also knew it could help so many people. People like you and Amanda, who have tried everything to lose weight and have been constantly left disappointed. So I rolled up my sleeves, I called up old friends, met with expert chemists, and talked to the best nutritional manufacturers I knew. Sure, it would cost a pretty penny to produce such a high-quality formula at scale, but Dr. Wilson and I were committed. We knew we had something special, a real winner. And after we partnered up with one of the top supplement manufacturers in America, Dr. Wilson insisted on making this formula even more powerful by adding 2 additional powerhouse ingredients. First, we added organic mullein extract, sourced from an exotic yellow flower. This extract contains a group of extremely powerful antioxidants. Now, normal antioxidants protect your organisms from the free radicals that damage your cells and speed up aging, which is already great. But the antioxidants in mullein extract do even more than that. They have the ability to speed up your metabolism and play an important role in targeting and burning belly fat. What's astounding is that the strength of mullein antioxidants greatly improves the quality of your breathing, as well as every process in your body, to be honest. And since the super compounds from our formula completely transform your breathing, well, you can imagine the striking transformation that every part of your organism will go through. Next up is peppermint essential oil. It doesn't just smell good, it's a proven performer. When tested, people who took it showed big improvements in how much air and therefore carbon dioxide fat they could blow out from their lungs. Together, these 2 add-ons helped maximize your metabolic respiration rate and results, basically turning your body into a fat exhaling machine every day, all day long. And now that we had this improved formula, all that was left was to produce the first batch. It took a few months because of our strict production process to ensure the highest quality and purity. But once we got this formula into the hands of others, the success stories that came in were amazing. Because not only did this new and improved formula help my wife Amanda lose an additional 36 pounds, bringing her total weight loss to 53 pounds, but we quickly started receiving amazing, glowing testimonials from others who tried the one-of-a-kind solution. Jane, 45, a busy mom, says,
I'm dropping pounds like never before. My belly is flat, my face looks younger, I can keep up with my kids. I feel amazing. I mean, breathing out fat. Who knew?
Emily, 54, shares,
I've struggled with my weight for years, but this formula has changed everything. I look in the mirror and I see the woman I used to be. It's like I'm breathing out my past struggles.
And Linda, a vibrant woman of 63, tells them,
This is a game changer. I feel lighter, more alive. My friends say I glow. It's incredible to think my own breath is making this happen.
To date, Dr. Wilson's formula has now helped over 107,200 women and men transform their bodies. And because of these amazing real-world tested results, it's my absolute honor today to introduce you to AeroSlim, the ultimate solution for those who want to get rid of all their stubborn fat without restrictive diets or exhausting exercise. This potent formula is engineered to efficiently enhance your metabolic respiration rate so that you can start breathing out your stubborn fat all day long, opening the doors for the fastest, easiest, most effective fat loss of your entire life. From the moment you start using this formula, you'll feel yourself becoming slimmer and healthier. Within a few days, you'll spot a subtle yet significant shift in your body, with your clothes fitting looser, your persistent belly bulge flattening out. As your arms and thighs begin to tighten and tone, it feels as if you're literally breathing out the stubborn fat that's haunted you for years, while breathing in the renewed energy and confidence you thought was lost forever. Simply chew this once per day, because that's all it takes to transform your body with the potent, research-backed super compounds in this Metabolic Respiration Accelerator. Every ingredient is examined and certified for purity by independent labs, ensuring the highest quality. This guarantees that our formula doesn't contain toxins or harmful substances. And it's created with a meticulous care in an advanced facility that abides by all FDA rules and follows good manufacturing practices, GMP. This fat vaporizing breakthrough is also proudly made in the USA. Frankly, it's not surprising that since we launched it, it has been flying off the shelves. In just 4 months, we've sold over 107,200 bottles, and the numbers keep rising every day. Men and women all over the US struggling with stubborn fat finally have an all-natural solution that truly works, giving them the slim, fit body they've always wanted without relying on restrictive diets or exhausting exercise. Because with our fat vaporization breakthrough, you can literally breathe the fat out of your body. It's that simple. But with such high demand, it's only a matter of time before we run out. Given that the premium natural super compounds are sourced from the highest quality supplies across the globe, restocking will take time. And the last thing we want for you is to experience how simple, quick, and easy it can be to breathe out stubborn fat, then end up losing the progress you've made because you ran out of your supply. You couldn't get any more in stock. That's why you need to secure as much of this fat vaporizing formula as you can right now. This way you can continue using the science of metabolic respiration to transform your body until all your unwanted weight is gone. In fact, the best results are seen when this fat vaporization formula is used for at least 180 days. This maximizes fat loss and ensures that your metabolism stays revved up for years to come. Don't let stubborn fat hold you back. Secure your supply today and say goodbye to your struggles with weight loss. We've made sure that this fat vaporization breakthrough is accessible to every American who needs it. After sourcing the best compounds, overseeing production, and keeping costs low, Dr. Wilson and I are proud to offer you this life-changing solution at the lowest possible price. You'll never have to spend your hard-earned money on another fancy diet plan, grueling workout program, or uncomfortable shapewear. And you'll never have to even entertain the thought of risky weight loss surgeries that cost thousands, or experimental medicines with untold side effects. But this fat vaporization breakthrough is only available on this website and only while stocks last. We never plan to mass produce the solution on an industrial scale, as we know that would only compromise the quality. We'll only manufacture what we can monitor closely. So if you come across the Metabolic Respiration Accelerator formula anywhere other than this website, understand that you're not getting the real deal. We will never sell on Amazon or eBay because we cannot guarantee proper quality control on such large platforms. This fat vaporization formula can help you lose fat now and keep it off for years to come. You can say farewell to expensive diet plans and exhausting workout programs that merely mask the problem of stubborn fat. Instead, you can enjoy a slim, fit body day after day. Imagine no longer grappling with buttons on your jeans or avoiding mirrors. Experience the joy that comes from fitting into your old clothes again, or the thrill of noticing your reflection and loving what you see. You never have to hide from another group photo ever again because you'll look amazing from any angle. Just think of how wonderful it would be to feel like your best self again, and to see the surprise and joy in the faces of those you love. Your friends, your family, and even schoolmates will be begging to know your secret for losing so much stubborn fat so quickly. When you invest in this fat vaporizing breakthrough today, you'll pay less than you would for a month's gym membership, weight loss diets, or cosmetic procedures. Yet, unlike any of these approaches, this fat vaporizing formula is what I firmly believe to be the only real chance of losing stubborn fat for good, because it's the only product that specifically improves your rate of metabolic respiration, the #1 key to losing stubborn fat. Plus, when you consider the fact that there's only one facility in the world that meets our quality control expectation, ensuring that each bottle contains the purest and most potent form of these super compounds on the planet. Today's special low price is a steal, if you ask me, because this is not about turning a profit. Neither I nor Dr. Wilson is motivated by money. What's important to us is providing a real solution to the millions of people who've been taken advantage of by the greedy diet industry that's kept you in the dark. People like my wife Amanda, who wasted over a decade of her life feeling disgusted, insecure, unworthy, and judged by others because she couldn't get rid of her stubborn fat. Simply put, this is personal for me. That's why I've negotiated tirelessly to bring you this fat vaporizing formula for as little as $1.50 a day. That's right, for our most discounted package, you will spend less than $2 a day to say goodbye to stubborn fat for good. But the special discounted package is only available today on this website and only while supplies last. It's the deepest discount we could ever offer, and we're only doing it because we know what a transformative difference this will make in your life. For 6 bottles of this fat vaporizing breakthrough, you will invest only $49 per bottle. And this is the right quantity to finally eliminate stubborn fat from your body and prevent it from coming back in a couple of weeks or months. And if you choose your package right now, you will risk absolutely nothing because we want you to be certain that this fat vaporizing formula is right for you. We offer every single person a 60-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. That means you have a full 60 days to test drive the formula for yourself. I know you'll be thrilled with your results, but if for any reason you're not 100% satisfied with your order, simply contact our friendly support staff. Send back all the bottles, even if they're empty, and they'll issue a refund. You know what? If you buy our 6-bottle package and you end up losing all your stubborn fat before you go through all the 6 bottles, feel free to send us back the bottles you haven't used and you'll get your money back for every single one of them. Even though, if I were you, I would want to keep taking this fat vaporizing formula to ensure your metabolic respiration rate stays high, or to share them with the friends and family who would be begging to know the secret to your fat loss. But that's your choice. That is how confident we are that the solution can do wonders. To put it bluntly, if for any reason you are not thrilled with this formula, you pay nothing. If your stubborn fat disappears quickly and you still have some unused bottles left, we will give you back the money for them. That's just how I believe business should be done. Either you love our product or you don't pay a dime. What could be simpler than that? And because you're covered by our 60-day no-hassle money-back guarantee, why not take advantage of our 6-month highly discounted package? It really is the smartest option. I mean, you're protected either way. If you love our fat vaporizing formula, you're locked into our lowest rate of just $49 per bottle, saving more than anybody else. And if it doesn't work for you, then you simply ask for a refund and lose nothing. No matter what happens, you truly only have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Plus, when you pick the best package of our fat vaporizing formula, I'm also going to add 2 bonus guides worth $109 absolutely free. See, I'm all about helping you look and feel your absolute best, so you can make up for all the lost time you wasted, feeling trapped in an overweight body that wasn't really yours. That's why I want to make this fat loss process as efficient and enjoyable as possible for you. And today only, when you invest in a 3 or 6 month supply, you'll also receive a free copy of From Flab to Fab, Achieving Firm, Toned, and Cellulite-Free Skin for Life. Be ready to say goodbye to loose skin, because inside this guide, you'll discover the #1 best firming cream on the market to tighten and firm your skin faster than you ever thought possible. 3 delicious foods your skin will love you for eating. They can actually tighten up loose skin better than anything else. The at-home tummy tuck technique that you can do in just 1 minute per day to make your skin firm and toned as you lose weight. The coffee scrub that women are using to get rid of cellulite and have sexy skin on their legs, hips, and arms. The art of dry brushing, how to do it in just 5 minutes a day for cellulite-free skin for life. These tips, tricks, and strategies help you look your absolute best after you've started breathing your stubborn fat, giving you the confidence of knowing you look slim, sexy, and beautiful in any outfit you choose to wear. And that's not all, because you'll also get a free copy of Decadent Delights, Sinfully Delicious Desserts for Guilt-Free Indulgence. Look, the whole point of this product is to help you lose fat without giving up the foods you love. But why not enjoy indulgent desserts that can actually help you lose weight faster, so you can reward yourself whenever you want without messing up your waistline? Well, that's what I'm giving you in this special bonus guide. Some of the indulgent desserts you can expect to find inside include velvety chocolate-kissed strawberries, gooey raspberry explosion cheesecake, golden apple and elderberry magic crumble, black currant delight, thumbprint cookies, and many more. These guides have a value of $109, but both of them are yours for free. And you'll get access to both guides immediately when you try the special discounted 3-pack or 6-pack today. Plus, that's not all, because when you order the discounted 3-month or 6-month package, you'll also get free shipping, which is an additional savings of $9.95. But both the special multi-bottle discount and the free shipping are limited. When we run out of this fat vaporizing formula, it could take us months to make a new batch. So choose the 6-bottle package or any other package below this video right now to secure your order. This is truly one of the smartest and most important investments you'll ever make to free yourself from the struggles of stubborn fat. So given everything you've just been told, I'm sure you must be really excited to try the fat vaporizing formula for yourself. All you have to do is claim your discount is simply click the button below now to order the 6-month supply or whichever amount makes the most sense to you. After you've selected your package, you'll then be taken to our secure order page where you can fill out your shipping and payment information. We use the same professional grade 256-bit encryption technology as places like Amazon, eBay, and Walmart. So you know your information is safe with us. Once you hit enter, you'll land on our confirmation page, which will carefully explain exactly what you can expect with your order. Now, I must warn you, sometimes we experience temporary out of stocks. Obviously, we do our best to avoid this, but that's just the simple reality of trying to get a product like this fat vaporizing formula out to so many people, placing big orders all at once. You don't have to worry though, because as long as you're watching this video right now and don't see any out of stock icons popping up anywhere, then we will still have bottles left in stock. But I really wanted to make this clear for you because I can't say for sure when we might next run out of stock. And I don't ever want you to be in that unfortunate situation where you fall in love with this fat vaporizing formula, only to come back to this page a month later to find that it's completely sold out. So that's just one last reason why our 6-month option is our most popular. Because not only will you get the full benefit of this Metabolic Respiration Accelerator, but you'll also have plenty of time to place a follow-up order if you choose to. Just go ahead and order the 6-month supply or whatever makes the most sense to you. Now we're at that point where it's time to make a decision. You've already seen all of the science behind the breakthrough solution and heard the remarkable stories of people like you who have unlocked dramatic, life-changing fat loss in just 7 seconds a day. I stand fully behind this fat vaporizing formula, and I've done everything I can to make ordering today one of the easiest, most logical decisions you'll ever make. No matter which size order you place, you're 100% protected by our 60-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Ultimately though, it's up to you to make a decision. You're the only one who can decide to get rid of your stubborn fat for good. If for any reason you still feel a little on the fence, then I have to ask you, please don't let fear or doubt hold you back, because you're 100% safe and protected. And when you really think about it, what's the alternative? Because you already know that diet, exercise, and those other weight loss gimmicks aren't the answer. I know too, because my wife Amanda tried all of them, but now you have something completely different right in front of you. You could leave this page right now after hearing everything I've shared. But what will change? You'll just end up back on that hamster wheel of disappointments, feeling frustrated by how you feel disgusted in your own skin, feeling stressed out by the thought of people judging you about your weight, and feeling worried about the dangerous health effects of carrying around extra fat. You and I both know that's no way to live. This is why I'm now reaching out my hand to offer you a way out. You don't even have to say yes. All you have to do is say maybe. You could be just moments away from feeling like you've got a new lease on life, loving the way you look, gliding through life with the confidence and boundless energy that comes from maintaining your ideal weight. All of that and more could be on just the other side of this page. And while whatever you decide is entirely up to you, I truly do hope you make the right choice and say goodbye to stubborn fat from your life. All you have to do to get started is just choose your package from below right now, and I'll see you on the other side to help you continue your journey. Regardless of your choice, I want to thank you personally for taking the time to watch this presentation. I wish you all the health and happiness in the world. Still there? Look, I know I just covered a lot, so let me go ahead and answer some of the most common questions I get. How does this fat vaporizing formula work again? It's the only natural weight loss supplement that works with the way your body is designed to eliminate stubborn fat, by breathing it out. Simply put, it provides your body with the natural super compounds it needs to maximize your metabolic respiration rate, so you can start breathing out more stubborn fat all day long without restrictive dieting or exhausting exercises. Who should take this formula? Anybody who wants to slim down in the simplest, quickest, and easiest way possible, because with this fat vaporizing solution, you can maximize your metabolic respiration rate and start breathing out more stubborn fat in just 7 seconds per day. It works especially well for those over the age of 40 who've struggled with their weight for years and haven't been able to get results through a traditional diet and exercise. What happens after I click the button below? Once you choose your package below, you'll go to our 100% secure checkout page. Then just enter your payment information and place your order. And don't worry, there's no automatic billing or anything like that. After that, you'll receive your order in a discreet package in the next 5 or 7 business days, which means you're less than a week away from eliminating all that stubborn fat that has been plaguing your body for years and protecting yourself from future weight gain. What if it doesn't work for me? That's easy. Remember, our formula comes with a 100% money-back guarantee. That means you order today, then have a full 60 days to decide if it's right for you. If you're like the thousands of other men and women who have used this fat vaporizing formula already, you'll be thrilled with the results. But if for any reason you're not, simply call or email our customer service team and we'll refund your investment. How long would this formula be available? That's a tough one. My goal is to make a huge impact by helping everyone who's struggling with stubborn fat to lose all their unwanted weight in the easiest and most efficient way possible. But because the billion-dollar diet industry is trying to silence this breakthrough, it's uncertain how much longer it will be available. Plus, with all the issues our world is facing right now, the economy isn't what it used to be. Supply chains are affected and ingredients are a little harder to come by. That's why it's important you get this formula today, especially since it comes with a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, which means there's zero risk to you. It's also why you really should stock up while this formula is still in stock. All right, I want to try it out. Now what? That's the easy part. Just click one of the buttons below and choose your package. Remember, you can get started and save over 70% by choosing our most popular 6-bottle package. Just fill out your details on the next page to complete your order, and this fat vaporizing formula will be in your hands within the next 5 to 7 business days. Plus, there's no risk because of my ironclad 60-day guarantee. This presentation is now ending, and I want to thank you for sticking with me all the way until the end. Go ahead and choose your package now. Use this formula as directed for at least 30 days, and reach out and let me know how much stubborn fat you've lost and how much better you feel. Thanks for watching.